We're just seconds into the hour, and leading us into this afternoon is a weather impact alert. Nathan, what are you tracking in the forecast, and what can we expect heading into Halloween? Good afternoon, Jurnee. It's quiet out there today, but we have a cold front that'll be marching its way in here from the west. While you're sleeping tonight, expect a line of storms to roll its way through, and some of these storms could pack a punch. I think the main concerns will be damaging wind gusts, but we could also see some hail, and we can't take off the tornado threat either. But here's a breakdown on what to expect. There you see it's going to be moving in here late tonight through potentially Thursday afternoon into East Arkansas. The rain, for the most part, should be exiting, I think, by noon, 1 o'clock for a large part of Central Arkansas. So trick-or-treaters, it should be good here in Central Arkansas. Maybe a different story in Southeast Arkansas. But here's future radar. There's that clear squall line rolling its way through just in time for the morning rush. So you can expect a slow morning commute as a line of heavy rain, lightning, thunder. Also, some pockets of high winds will be possible. And like I said, we still have that chance, maybe some hail and even the tornado threat. Right now, let's say the tornado threat primarily will be into northwest and west Arkansas, but I'll have more on that coming up a little bit later. Here's the 1 hour radar loop. Got a few showers out there at this time. Today, expect partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies with that chance of spotty showers, highs across the board, pretty much into the upper 70s to lower 80s. I'll have more on the severe weather potential for tonight into the start of your Halloween and talk about what's going to be happening through the weekend coming up. All right, Nathan, thank you for that update. Now to a THV 11 update as a pilot is confirmed dead following a plane crash in Van Buren County. Our team learned of the crash late last night as you were preparing for bed. Van Buren County Judge Dale James shared new details a short time while ago. Now the judge confirms the pilot was 68-year-old Robert Philip Mathis, who lost his life in the crash. Last night we first learned the pilot reported engine failures yesterday afternoon. After the plane went down, Judge James says the ground crew spent over 4 hours searching for the crash site. It has since been confirmed that the pilot was the only person on board. The National Transportation Safety Board has been alerted and will soon start investigating. Well, you have 6 days left to vote on a number of key topics spanning across various communities. In your election central, the choice to legalize selling alcohol is now in the hands of people living in Sherwood. Act for Sherwood has been a hot topic for the Sherwood community. According to the ballot measure's supporters, the 1956 Gray Township has prevented one half of the city to sell alcohol. With that are claims stating it's prevented commercial growth. Now those representatives are wanting to use your tax dollars to make changes.
So this year is whenever they actually got it modified to where they said, hey, we'll just allow you to take the Gray Township Sherwood residents and focus on those folks.
As Sherwood residents, you'll ultimately decide for or against the idea to sell liquor. Sponsors say it will help growth, while some say the area doesn't need more alcohol. Now in the race to Washington, D.C., Vice President Kamala Harris is ducking criticism on remarks made from President Biden. And at the same time, Donald Trump is trying to steer clear a similar backlash. Jared Hill has more from the campaign trail.
On her way to North Carolina Wednesday, Vice President Kamala Harris faced questions over something President Biden said.
Let me be clear, I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they vote for.
Her campaign is taking heat for Biden's reaction to an insulting comment made by a comedian at former President Donald Trump's Sunday rally, who called Puerto Rico an island of garbage.
The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
Later, Biden clarified on social media, saying he wasn't talking about all Trump supporters, just referencing the comedian's rhetoric as garbage. Still, Trump quickly seized on the comment.
Remember Hillary, she said deplorable? Garbage, I think, is worse, right?
Harris is trying to keep focus on the message of her closing argument speech delivered last night in the same spot Trump addressed supporters on January 6th.
Unlike Donald Trump, I don't believe people who disagree with me are the enemy.
Speaking in Allentown, Pennsylvania Tuesday, which has a large Puerto Rican community, Trump tried to court Latino voters.
I will deliver the best future for Puerto Ricans and for Hispanic Americans.
One state over from Pennsylvania, increasingly red Ohio isn't a presidential battleground, and Democratic Senator Sherwood Brown is in a tight race for re-election.
I'd like to see Congress or Senate stay in the Democratic hands.
Was there any thought about wanting to keep a certain balance of power in the Senate as you were making that decision as well, or no?
No, I think you have to see it as a whole.
Democrats face a number of tight races that leave them with slim hopes of holding on to their 51-49 Senate majority. Jared Hill, CBS News, Cleveland, Ohio.
Well, shifting gears, we want you to know about a multi-million-dollar grant that will soon make way for new opportunities across Arkansas. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is sending $39 million to parts of the country to help upgrade fuel pumps, dispensers, and storage tanks. It's being made possible through President Biden's Inflation Reduction Act. Arkansas is among the 18 states expected to receive funding. Now, in a statement to our newsroom, the Deputy Secretary, Torres Smalls, points toward lowering costs for American families and says increasing the supply of biofuels will help with, quote, creating new streams of income and bringing good paying jobs to people in rural communities, end quote. A new initiative is in full swing statewide with the goal of educating people on the dangers of drugs like fentanyl. Our sister station gives you a better look in what the state is hoping to accomplish.
The fact that literally one pill laced with fentanyl can kill you, and it is an imminent threat to not only students but communities all over the United States.
The purpose of the new campaign, One Pill Can Kill, is to educate college students about the dangers of fentanyl while giving them tools to combat it.
This fentanyl is here on campus. It's on every campus in the United States. It's at every SEC school, every non-SEC school. It's in dorms. It's in fraternity houses, sorority houses. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's at parties, and you've got to be aware. This is not a university problem.
As a part of this plan, student leaders are being educated about the dangers, how to recognize signs of an overdose, how to use testing strips, and how to administer Narcan.
There's prevention. The best thing that can happen is no one ever tries it because we've educated them and they know, don't touch it.
According to the Association of Arkansas Counties, drug overdoses in the natural state are down 13%, and Attorney General Tim Griffin wants to keep it that way.
I've committed $50 million to Arkansas Children's Hospital to start the National Center for Opioid Research. There's not one, we're going to have one. We're building a building, we're bringing new people in. This is going to be a game changer for research.
Well, having fun while staying safe, that should be the main goal as you prepare for tomorrow's spooky festivities. Coming up at 12:17, our team speaks with local authorities on ways to keep children safe. We'll share what they recommend watching out for next.
And you want to stay weather aware out there tonight for the start of Halloween because we do have the potential. We could see some strong to severe thunderstorms. The highest risk is in the yellow into northwest Arkansas and also west Arkansas. I'll let you know what the main threats are and walk you through hour by hour on Future Radar coming up.